everybody. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Friday, I think. Friday. Happy Friday, May the 3rd. Welcome back to a fresh, brand new, very exciting stream. Take a look over here and see if I can get the game. There it is. That's the stuff. How's everybody doing today? I'd like to thank Ujai for a 45-month reset. So many months. Bank holiday weekend. Is that what's going on? I was on my walk this morning and I noticed that people weren't... Well, I guess I don't know where it's a bank holiday weekend, but it feels like people are doing long weekend stuff, but I haven't had a good grip on like when stat holidays are since I was like, I don't know, 16 in school. Ireland. Okay. I wonder if we have one here. What is long weekend stuff? Leaving kind of thing, not doing like workday stuff, traffic patterns, that kind of thing. Okay, that is Cinco de Mayo, obviously. Here, let me Google to see if there's anything in Canada, or if I'm just like loony bananas. Oh my goodness, we have a monitor cap going on. That's not quite right. Let me see. Is it today and upcoming holidays? No. I mean, it's technically Orthodox Good Friday, but I don't know if that one's like if that counts. Friday, March 29th, May. No. On May 20th, it's Victoria Day, apparently. Going out for Mexican Cinco de Mayo? Going out for Mexican for Cinco de Mayo. Oh. I didn't have plans, but maybe. People tend to do workday stuff on like normal weekdays and end of their workdays. Also Star Wars Day tomorrow, so that counts for something. So, I need to say goodbye to Rockhound over here. It's come to my attention that if I want to test the new zone, I need to make a new character, and there's no sense in me holding on to the old ones. Their bars are all lovely and set up, but they're not doing a whole lot here. So let's start fresh here. Let's get rid of some of this stuff, and by some I mean all of it. And we'll make a priest because there's new hero talents to try out. The Archon tree should be available. Let's be Hazel again. The Archon tree should be available, and it should be for Holy and Shadow, I believe, unless I'm mistaken. Because I think a disc gets Oracle or Voidweaver, which are the two that we already had. And I'm excited to try it out because we've played the other two. Liked them well enough. I'm looking for the ponytail. I'm looking to make it salmon pink. That face isn't quite right. That's looking more like it. Maybe with like some version of blue eyes. And her earrings are usually like that. Typically kind of silver. Yeah, that looks more like it. Oh no! I did it wrong. I did a bad job. I need to make the level up template. Hang on. The good news is that gnomes have very few options, so it doesn't really take very long to put it back the way that you had it. I had this one. It was a ponytail. It was pink. And then... I don't know why your earrings are important. I suppose they're not. There we go. Hard to beat refried beans. I'm making that for dinner tonight, or at least something similar to that. Some kind of bean-based thing that I'm going to stick on rice. It has been a very long week. Looking forward to just chilling. Nice. That's always good when you kind of like reach that point where you can just sort of leave everything you've been doing behind you, and it doesn't need anything else from you, and you can just like put it down, walk away. Big breath. All right, let me see here. And then our traditional, well, at least my edit mode's in already. Action bars. I have like little screen caps saved of how I like to have all of my bars so I can put them back together super easily. I suppose one of these days on a build day I'm going to do this before I stream so that you don't have to watch me set up my bars. There's a Schoolhouse Rockabet Beans and Rice. Is there? What do they have to say about it is my question. Something vaguely like this. I feel like at a certain point, I'm going to have just a good grip on what I'm doing. Yeah, it seems... Actually, that looks right. That looks pretty much like it. More or less. I need Fort and Desperate Prayer. I'm not gonna mind soothe. Who do I think I am? Like that. Yeah, more or less. Grab my feather macro. At least the macro save. Feather and levitate. Lovely. Maybe like a nice shadow vision. Oh, so I had the macro window open and I opened the spell journal and it did just a one-pager and not the whole 2-page shablamo. It's on YouTube. No links. YouTube it. Actually an ABC PSA. Finished all my housework. Time to sit here, watch Hazel while I play WoW. Love when my lunch break lines up perfectly. Nice. What is Hellowfall? It's the 3rd zone. We've seen 2 zones of the War Within so far. That's the 3rd one. Before... Here, I want to do hero talents. Oh, they put the dragon riding skill track on this guy. Yes. I don't have to make my pilgrimage to Valdrakken. This is excellent. Not that you're going to need to in the War Within or anything. It's just kind of been a quirk of alpha so far, but this is the best day ever. Give me that one. Beautiful, beautiful. And I wanted to look at the hero talents. Shoes, because I want to play with Archon. I've heard it's in. It has things it does. We've been playing with Voidweaver, and I like Voidweaver a lot, but Archons are highly devout and deeply connected to the light and shadow. Archons can be blessed from higher beings to enter into an ascended state, becoming an ultimate version of themselves. Apparently. So, your main talent here is Power Surge. Casting Halo also causes you to create a halo around you at 100% effectiveness every 5 seconds for 10 seconds. Additionally, the radius of Halo is increased by 10 yards. Alright. Damage dealt is increased by 10% while Dark Ascension is active, by 15% while Void Form is active. Enemies damaged by your Halo take increased damage from you for 5 seconds. Creating a Halo grants Surge of Insanity. I think that's the Mind Flay proc. Increases the damage done by Mind Flay, Insanity, and Mind Spike instantly by 25%. Increases extra healing done by Flash Heals affected by Surge of Light. Because this spec is also available to Holy Priest. So it's still going to be Halo-based, but it'll do more healing for Holy Priest. 2 choice nodes to the right on the Dragon Riding Tree. Those are the ride-along and then one other one. I'll take a look in a second. Psychic Scream creates an image of you at your location after 4 seconds. The image will let out a Psychic Scream. Or you can have Halo reduce enemy movement speed, which stacks, which is kind of neat too. We can give, oh ho ho, you can have Fortitude grant you an additional 5% stamina. Based on that wording, I'm feeling like it grants you, just yourself, not everybody else with your Fortitude on it. Otherwise, nobody would ever let you play not an Archon. But extra health. Or you can have 2 seconds extra on Dispersion. I'm taking the extra stam. Consuming Surge of Insanity has a 100% chance to conjure shadowy apparitions. For sure, for sure. Anonymous Gifter, thanks for giving out a gift sub. Appreciate it. Turned 30 this week and got food poisoning at my birthday dinner. Oh, I'm so sorry. Is there any world in which it's encouraging that it started out not well so that, like, your 30s are uphill from here? Like, it's gonna get, it can only get better kind of thing? Oh, dear. Okay, and then over here we have Halo damage and healing increased by 30%, purging my 20s away. There you go. I mean, I turned 30 and I shaved my head. I get it. Yours sounds uncomfortable. Creating a Halo extends the duration of Dark Ascension or Void Form by 1 second. If they're not active, up to 6 seconds is stored and applied the next time you gain Dark Ascension or Void Form. I love that. That's nice. That's got like some, for lack of a nicer way to say this, idiot proofing built in for me, where if I forget that I'm supposed to be like haloing in Void Form to make it extended, it's like, it'll save it for the next one. That's kind of nice. Did I like that? Or, no, I mean 30% damage and healing though. 1 second of extra duration. But you have to remember that every time that you do it, you get, like, it sounds like 2 bonus ones. So you get 3 seconds per halo. I actually don't remember the default. I don't know. But 30% damage or healing. I don't know. Power infusion effect grants you an additional 10% haste. And then at the bottom, Halo now centers around you and returns to you after it reaches its maximum distance, healing allies and damaging enemies each time it passes through them. So it, like a jellyfish. Like Divine Star, but in a radial form. Neat. All right, let's slap that on. I have to obviously cast Halo right away. No. Whoa. And oh, that's kind of cool. And it's going again. It feels like a tier set bonus. Whoa. And that's stacking up, yeah, the all of the stuff. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Is Halo the who pulled all these extra mobs button? I don't think Halo has been a culprit for that for a while. They've done a good job of having it not damage anything that you're not already in combat with. It's pretty fun. Yeah, I think that's neat. I would be excited to play with that in Holy. It seems like for a Holy Priest, Archon is maybe a little bit less fussy than Oracle because you don't have to worry about your premonition buff. So if you look at the premonition thing and you're like, I don't want to deal with that. That sounds like a headache. This is just basically, you know, when you cast Halo, it's going to do a bunch of cool stuff that's probably effective. So excited to be a priest main. Yeah, me too. All right. I want to go quest with all this on. Take me to Hellfall. Randomly pulled stuff is the spice of Mythic. I am just shocked at the new potion bombs for engineering. I haven't looked at that yet. I saw that there was a WoW headline though, so before I get going, let's take a quick look at that article. Also, I promised to take a look at the Dragon Riding skill track. Yeah, so the top node is you can either ride along on or off, basically, whether or not you want people to be able to tag along onto your mount. And then the other one is choosing between Lightning Rush or Whirling Surge. So Lightning Rush being the one that came with that Epic Edition mount, and then Whirling Surge being the woo! You can toggle which ones you want. I like Whirling Surge, and it doesn't really matter. Okay, so that's one thing. Hope they rework Oracle again. I don't know anyone who likes it. I liked it better than the last version of it. I was doing some dungeons healing with it, and it was kind of fun. But it seems nice. I like that Archon feels different to play, so it feels like you've got different choices. Hopefully they balance them to be pretty close to each other. All right, let me see. Augment your allies' power with new potion bombs in the War Within. This is cute art. Engineers can create potion bombs. Powerful external potion buffs that augment small groups of players within range. They come in 3 different types: DPS, movement speed, and healing. Engineers are the only ones able to produce them. Anyone can use them. Primary stat. Healing received. And then enemies caught take a little bit of damage. Or movement speed. That's kind of cool. Blizzard described these new consumables in their recent alpha notes for the War Within. They're basically giving engineers a consumable that they can craft for economy. You know, they're giving them a way to make money without work orders. Potion bombs are a selection of new items that possess the power budget and share the cooldown of ordinary combat potions, and can be used anywhere that potions are allowed. When thrown, they deal a small amount of damage split between all enemies caught in the blast, but more importantly, provide a small buff to up to 5 allies also caught in the blast. The potency of this buff is the budget of the potion divided by 5, even if fewer than 5 targets are hit. Intended to be a considerable potion option for support-oriented players or those who feel their personal potion for the fight is less impactful than a boost distributed between their allies. So if you use a potion bomb, it puts your potion on cooldown, but it does not put the cooldown of the people that get hit by it. It seems like, if anything, this is a little bit... I mean, it sounds great for me because I heal, and I basically never use potions in keys because I'm bad, I guess. But I could see myself actually, like, carrying some of these recovery pots, or even the power pots. And, like, I would much rather throw a big power buff, or, like, a medium power buff onto, like, a big pack of melee than I would use one for myself and be, like, smiting. Potion divided by 5. Seems kind of neat. Interesting and experimental new take and consumables. They represent yet another foray into an external cooldowns in group play. Yeah, I see what they're saying with this. Wowhead's basically making an argument that it makes things more complicated. Optimal gameplay making things more complicated. And my initial feeling is that optimal gameplay is always going to be complicated, and you can't say we're never going to try things in the game because it might make the people that are trying to absolutely min-max perfectly do a bunch of stuff. You know, like, you have to think about how the average person is going to interact with this and whether or not that's fun for, like, most people. You can't completely design around the top end. It's a good idea to have it in mind, but, like, potion bomb meta similar to other player-enforced group behaviors we've seen in the past. I don't know. I think it's fun. I think it's something that they can try and see how it goes and then either do again or not do again, depending on that. Everything I've seen has made me so excited for more with them. You see the season 1 Priest set. Maybe? I don't remember, though. Option, we're doing the character gear update, not wipe your quest log. I don't think so. I think it does wipe your quest log. Or does it? Okay, never mind. People are listen to chat. Don't listen to me. Yeah, I think that's fun. I think I would definitely use those in my own role. I'm curious as to how expensive they're going to be to create and to like what the kind of mat cost is gonna look like and stuff. All right, I like that a lot. I think that's fun. Don't care what the 0.1% of player base complains about, unless it's egregious, like Season 2 Ogvo. Yeah, that's kind of the thing, is that the player base has kind of like various echo chambers, and they're not the exact same echo chamber. You're going to have different problems be brought up as like a big issue depending on whether or not you're in Twitch chats versus forums versus Wowhead comments versus like, where else do people talk about this game? Discords. Depending on where you are, you're going to hear different discourse. Reddit, I guess, is another one. But in any of those places, and to some extent across them, you're going to have things that, like, are just easy, I don't want to say rage bait, but, like, in that category of, like, this gets engagement because it gets people talking, because it plays on feelings of, like, it plays on your feelings, and then those issues end up looking like they're more substantial, or, like, they look like the opinions are shared by more people than they actually are. Because people get very loud about it and they post about it frequently, but it might be just like a handful of people doing that. But then, you know, if you're gauging the feelings of the player base based on those places, and Blizzard knows this, they're not stupid, but like you're gonna get like a skewed idea of what is actually a problem, which is why sometimes they do something that people are like, we told you this was a bad idea on the forums, and it's like, well, some people did, and it's true. It's possible that it's absolutely true. I think the Covenant Ripcord was like a great example of, they probably should have listened like way earlier. But sometimes if it seems like they're trying something, maybe it's because there's, you know, you have to account for the people that aren't loud. I'm going. I think, anyway. I feel like I've pressed that. I have my talent set, gear equipped, and I'm ready to adventure in Hallowfall. Maybe if I reload my UI. Ancestors watch over you. Show the Archon animation on a training dummy. Yeah, I can show right here. It's all about Halo. Your Halo is gonna go out. It's gonna come back, and then it's gonna keep going. Stand still for the potion, and nobody gets hurt. Imagine holding your DPS hostage to keep stacked for heals because they don't know when you'll throw the potion bomb. True. Yeah. Stack up. I'm going to give you a buff. I just need all you guys to tuck in real tight and hold on for 3, 2, and meanwhile you're just like bombing Sanctifies on them. Peace, friend. I'm getting a little worried that he's not going to let me go. The Halo moves with you. Don't see it being great in Mythic Plus. Means you still buff the healer and tank, but in Raid it's going to be very good. People can stack up quickly. It means you still buff the healer and tank. Yeah. I don't have any better plans other than just like hitting this button over and over again. I guess I can like relog. I think it'll be better for some fights than others. I don't think it's going to, for most groups, change life substantially. No reason not to use it on the full party of Mythic Plus. I mean, the reason is you might not be able to herd your cats. You might have you know, goats wandering through the wilderness, and by goats I mean like hunters and priests and stuff. One of my favorite RPGs is Thrown Potions, and the glee with which I've thrown potions kind of pumped to do it. Well, you might be a goat. Bah! Could be me. Speaking of dungeons, I DPS'd a 9 key yesterday, and we timed it. That's right, me on Shadow. I don't even have Shadow trinkets. I was pretty happy. It was a good time. I'm trying to relearn how to. Am I trying? I don't know. I've been pretending to relearn how to play Shadow Priest so that I can still come to keys even when someone else is healing, and it's gratifying to see that it's not complicated right now. Shadow's pretty chill Mythic Plus now with the AoE dots. Yeah, exactly. You just it's not, there's not a lot of tough decisions to make. There's not a lot of like, oh man, I really wish I could have this thing up, but I don't have the globals for it. It's basically just use your cooldowns on cooldown. And like, yeah, sure, there's a priority order, but as long as you're hitting all your buttons and you're not sitting on stuff, you're fine. Hope you'll see you in a house with a basement. Game looks like it's having problems. It really does. And I'm getting a little nervous because I want to play Hollowfall. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't looked at any of the stuff. I mean, I'm glad that we tried Priest. If Alpha really is borked today, then I can try and finish my Keystone Master today, because I should be within like a couple of keys. I didn't check to see what my rating was after that. Although I will say I did a bunch of keys yesterday morning on stream, right? And then in the evening, I did keys with friends, and we pretty much replayed the exact list of keys that I had done this morning, like on basically the same levels, with the exception of that 9 it was an Eltheris, but it was like higher than the 6 or whatever I did. This is restarting. I'm going to, yeah, I am going to hard kill it though. Give it a second. How you doing, kitty cat? I woke up early this morning and she noticed, and I thought she was bullying me for food, but she just wanted to crawl into bed and snuggle. So we did that. Starting to feel people who are in 6 to 9 keys are in the 2 to 3 range. They're hard if DPS can't kill things. Regularly scheduled Kira admiration break. Alright. Oh. Be more gentle with my mic cables. I'm gonna have to do some fixing it of it at some point. Yeah, we were up early. I ordered some groceries. What else did we do? Moosey came to see you. And then Moosey came to see me. And then Moosey de-squeakered one of his squeaky toys. And I was like, where did you get that thing? What is it? Oh, it's a squeaker. How do you get that out of there? I don't know if I've seen the new Priest tier set. The fact that 2 people have asked is making me think it's more new than just like general alpha. Are we talking appearances or bonuses? Also, I'm just gonna go page 3 Wowhead. What did he say? How did he get it out of there? He didn't say anything, but he did. Oh, I must. He gives you like the look. He gives you the eyes. Macy does. Thank you for the 26-month resub. Kira fan club, stand up. The appearance. Okay. Priest appearance is so good. Came out yesterday. Okay, I have not seen it yet then. Alpha seems to be really having a tough time for me. War Within Season 1 Priest tier set model preview. Don't mind if I do. Meow. Embrace, Void, or Light. Nearbar Palace Raid. Set bonuses are still unavailable to be data mined. Kitty, you want down? You want on my lap? What do you want? Yeah. Video is not very smooth. Okay. Let me see. I mean, the shoulders are cool. Honestly, this is going to sound awful, but they can kind of keep the rest of it. I think the shoulders are the only piece that I would mog. Why must our belts encase us from sternum to nevermind? You know? Like, they're so big. And then you have, like, an enormous glowing glyph. Like, it's like you're Iron Man, but your power core fell down. Yeah, the shoulders are cool because everybody loves wings. The helmet's kind of neat if you don't mind helmets that completely obscure every aspect of your character's identity. And you're looking for kind of like that costumey look and not like I exist as a person. I like the rope ties on the robe, but the way that it's kind of got this like tabardy looking piece on the front kind of ices it for me. But that's, you know, this aesthetics are all very subjective. I guess I kind of see where they're going. It's almost cassocky. I like all of the different layers at the bottom of it. I think the big glowing pieces, with the exception of the shoulders, are like I guess they tie into the shoulders, but like, I don't know, man. I don't think that's my thing. I like to see it without the belt. Yeah. Yeah, I think the belt is... The belt is just so much, and it's covering what looks like a lovely piece of the front of it. I feel like the front might have more flow. Hate the WW belt designs. I thought we got rid of those in Kata. I don't know. I think Warlords of Draenor had some of the most egregious wrestler belts ever. The face is neat. Reminds me of Askins from Final Fantasy. Don't see it as necessary for a priest mug. I feel like they just wanted to do this big glowy glyph thing, and it looked funny without a backdrop for it. But it's just like a strange thing for a priest belt. I feel like you could do something kind of cool for a belt. If you want to make an enormous belt, instead of making it like narrow on the sides and huge right here, if you do the reverse and you do it almost kind of like a clip-on corset thing where it's like wider here and then it gets narrower and it kind of like laces in the middle, I feel like that would be really popular. And it could have like worked well with this sort of thing. And you could use it to like bridge various like shirts and bottoms, but still give them kind of like a combined roby look. But I don't know. I don't want this. However, like I said, aesthetics, subjective, etc. I guess I can leave that on. Oh no, we're still loading. I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna be able to get in to see the new zone. I guess I'll just keep restarting it. Question mark. Love the sparkly shiny Naru look, so can't wait to wear it. I think I'll definitely put the shoulders with some stuff. I've been wearing the novelty cloaks for so long that I'm starting to get nostalgic for just having like enormous architectural shoulders combined with like a weapon, as opposed to having no shoulders and no weapon, but like a big, you know, pair of wings or something like that. Sometimes I've been doing like the shoulders and staff thing. Make a new character. The alpha won't even. Yeah, you're right. I'm annoyed because I did my bars already. Small shorts, big shiny knee-high laced boots then. Alright, let me see. Let's make another one. Maybe I'll do one without the hero talents to see if that works better. Also, I guess now that I've tried Archon, like I would like to play with it, but for questing it doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. It seems cooler for dungeons and stuff. So maybe I'll do a hunter. We can look and see if there's any cool new, oh, you know, tameable pets in Hallowfall. They're pretty fun unused belts from BFA, which are just leather belts, but with some volume. Didn't check out what annoying visual effects Archon has. I'm pretty sure it's literally just the halo effect that we looked at a bunch of times. Just got the good boy. Nice! Congratulations, honey bun. Dire times to be an enhanced shaman right now. What's wrong with enhancement shamans? I want to just get like going with questing so I can get into my normal groove. I feel like I'm ready to leave for vacation, but I haven't been able to get my car started yet. Options, edit mode. Yeah, I'm struggling. Edit mode's over here. Auto loop. Action bars. I'm not even gonna like remove my buttons until I see if I can get stuff done. I think this time I'm not gonna worry about hero talents because we tried 100 hero talents already.
Greetings, traveler. Walk with the Earth Mother.
I think he just don't want to do it. Which would mean I could sit and queue. For the two new ones. Priory of the Sacred Flame, which is a fire name for a dungeon. And the Dawnbreaker. Try Horde? Yeah, I guess so. Worth a try. Bomber. Priest bought 4,000. That's weird. Because I feel like I have that name. Give her 2 L's. Yeah, I literally do. That's strange. Yeah, Dawnbreaker is in the testing thing. Yesterday, made razor clams and garlic butter and white wine. Wasn't too bad. That sounds like the first dish that you learn how to make in the EA PC game Restaurant Empire. You're learning how to cook from your Uncle Armand, and you're starting a French restaurant. And they're like, listen, razor clams, garlic, white wine, edit mode. And before we get carried away, see if he'll just let me in.
The winds guide you.
I don't think they're gonna let me in.
Looking for something special?
Just keep adding L's. Do count your ults until you reach character limit. They don't let you do the 3 of the same letter in a row in names. At least not in North America. Maybe, probably not anywhere, I don't know. They seem to think you're up to something. Hazel. Because now we tried the hero talents thing. They just port you to the zone. You can't level up ahead of time. Let me check the forums. In development, alpha test. Quests Torn has forgotten how to port to Halifal. Having the same issue. Yep. So it's not just me, but we don't have any answers yet. Oh god, the forums. Big Game of Thrones fan now simply because of one single character. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. 5 hours ago. 6 hours ago. Given that it's only like 2 or 3 people, 2 people, I'm feeling like maybe it's not universal. Maybe it is.
I have just the thing.
I don't think it's gonna give me a dungeon, but I can try. Because theoretically that would do it. I have a feeling quests are torn was a pun of some sort, but I cannot remember why.
Go in peace. What
Excuse
brings
me.
you here?
Excuse me.
I've been expecting you.
Excuse me.
Ancestors watch over.
You don't want to do it. I'm sure they know. I mean, I can use the issue reporter, but I don't think anything's going to get me in there today. Or at least not this morning on stream, which is a bummer because I wanted to see it. Maybe it'll be working tomorrow. Because it's not a issue with the game. It's an issue with an alpha feature of the game. It's not like this is even going to be a thing when it actually like comes out. Did they explain why Earthen are Horde? Maybe. Well. Because why not? Interested in what disc is gonna have. For hero talents? Discipline should be able to choose between Voidweaver and Oracle, which are the first 2 trees that Alpha had. Archon is the new tree that they've just launched, which is her Shadow or Holy Priest, and it seems to be based around Halo. Just giving you different buffs to your Halo. For the most part, there's a couple other things. Your Fortitude can give you extra stamina. You get some extra Surge of Insanity that can give you some extra apparitions for Shadow Priest. And then if we do it from a holy perspective... Oh, honey bun, I'm so sorry. Yeah, so there's 3 trees and 3 specs. And so each tree is available for 2 different specs. So Priest gets Oracle Archon. Voidweaver is for Disc and Shadow. Archon is for Holy and Disc, and then Oracle is for Disc and Holy. Hi, kitty. You want to come back up? So, from a Holy Priest perspective, Archon. I trimmed your nails yesterday. How did that happen? Why are you so sharp? Increases the damage absorbed by Power Word Shield and the healing done by Prayer of Mending. Oh, hang on. That's Oracle. Never mind. I just thought it was on the left. There we go. Archon. Yeah. Hello. Healing done increased by 10% while Apotheosis is active for 20 seconds after you cast Salva. Which is pretty... That's a pretty big buff. That's pretty nice. Halo reduces enemy movement speed, extra fortitude. Increases the healing done by flash heals that are affected by Surge of Light. Over here, you've got either the halo damage and healing created or extends the duration of your apotheosis. And centers around you, the divine halo that kind of makes it like echo. That's the other thing. You kind of have to take halo. You kind of can't play Divine Star if you're going to be Archon. It's just not going to work out. No good. Did I know that Lightwell was coming back? Follow-up question. Has Lightwell always been back and I didn't notice? I want to play around with that. The Apotheosis talent seems good with Archon as well because of the extra healing you would gain during Apotheosis. It's been back for a while. I thought you knew. Has it been back in Dragonflight? Or just on Alpha? I think I saw Lightwell on live yesterday. When did this happen? I'm a Holy Priest main. Nobody told me. Or I forgot. Pretty strong cooldown now. You used it in your Dragonflight dungeon guides. I'm having a Matrix moment. Someone's taking memories out of my brain. It does look a little familiar now that I see this. But like, you could tell me they just brought that back in Dragonflight and I would 1000% believe you. Or not Dragonflight, War Within. Because I don't take Lightweight. I don't think I take either of those. I think I end up with Divine Image and Divine Word in my regular build, so that's probably what happened. You smell burnt toast. Oh dear. It makes like an awful sound. I don't like that at all. I'm moving away from it. I don't know why I'm doing my bars for... I don't think these queues are going to pop. If they do, then at least we can do a dungeon. That would be nice. Because if I can't get into the new zone today on Alpha, then I'm probably going to log back into... in retail and see if I can finish Keystone Master. Because that would be nice. I'd love to finish Keystone Master. I don't know why I'm doing bars. I'm probably not even going to get to play this character. Holy is pretty important. Apotheosis is pretty important. We'll take a look at it again. Yeah, like echoes for a while. So the initial cooldown of Halo is 1 minute. Terrified of keys with difficulty squish. Don't be. Theoretically, keys aren't too bad overall. Once you get your gear and your item level up some, it really evens out. It's just because we were trying to do hard keys in last season's gear that the first week was kind of dicey. It smooths out a lot. I want... Hazel, what does Mind Games do for Holy Priest? I think same thing it does for a Shadow Priest. It's just it does some damage. Reverses some healing or damage. And then you can have your Smite and Holy Fire cast reduce Mind Games cooldown if you want. Did a 0 life pools at 485 yesterday. Everything hurt. A lot of tanks who are still pulling like there was no squish. My pugs have been wild. How long should I give this queue? There's only one more DPS needed. Maybe people are queuing up for the dungeon because they can't get in. If I see people disappearing, I'll start getting worried. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Why does the Holy Halo look so much better than the Shadow Halo? The Shadow one looked messy. Maybe the graphics not done? I kind of hope it's not, because this looks lovely. Floating healing text. Alright, I will give it 8 minutes. What's the Shadow one look like? I suppose I can swap over and take a look. Oh! I guess I can swap over anyway, because I got a dungeon queue pop. That's something. I didn't do my bars on this character, of course not. Why would I have done something useful like that? Or on this spec? Listen, we're getting really good at speedrunning this. Come on, keep up. Don't leave me. Oh. Oh. Oh, the healer didn't take it. Watch it make me heal now. Anyway, this is Shadow Holy. I guess it's just voidier. It looks less cohesive. It looks a little bit more just like pollution to me. What else could you do while you're waiting in queue? It's an excellent question. Aside from sorting out my bars. Although, honestly, I've done a pretty good quick and dirty job. I'm happy with this. This is more or less how I like them. Yeah, give or take. Test out engineering? What would you like to see? Also, I don't have access to the new crafting tables, so I don't know if I can actually... oh, did they put the new crafting tables here? There's an alchemy, enchanting / jewel crafting super table. I guess maybe engineering doesn't have a table? That's funny. They've just made like an abomination. Fancy super table. Yeah, earthing can be horde and alliance. They can be both. Void looks like it has a harder edge. I was about to say the same thing about holy. Oh man, I hope that this queue pops. Profession training. So yeah, just for argument's sake, give me engineering.
We shall meet again.
Look at this potion bomb situation. Whoa, whoa. Oh, is it dungeon time? It's dungeon time. You might say the Earthen have rock solid relations with both factions. Now that you're an engineer, you can just build yourself a house. Class color. Yo, hello. Show the mob screen. Yeah, it seems to be like kind of like a Scarlet Monastery adjacent thing, so maybe they're just using that loading screen as a placeholder. I have talent points spent. I have talent points spent. I'm in the Archon tree. Well, let's go ahead and do it. Whoa. That was a pretty fast dungeon queue for Alpha. I wonder if people are doing dungeons because they can't get into the new zone like me. Do that backwards, maybe. I don't know how anybody plays with default nameplates. I hope it's back up soon. Yeah, I wonder if they just like... I wonder if it's supposed to be not working or they just turn it off for a while. Raycon Bravo, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Garden with the patrols and 3 objectives reminds me of Halls and Shadowlands. You kind of see it. This just makes me want to look around Hallowfall. Kind of like a mini boss guy. Guard Captain Suleiman. Oh, it looks cool. Yes, he doesn't pull those other mobs that are not in combat. Works fine. I was never worried. And we have another titled NPC. It's funny, it looks like I have only floating healing numbers on. I guess maybe the yellow ones are damage. I've made multiple new characters. I've also tried it with and without hero talents. I've tried it on Horde and Alliance, and I've reloaded the game several times. I've like relaunched the game a couple times too. I have not done Hokey Pokey yet. I could try and turn myself around. Heard this dungeon was difficult. Well, I mean, I'm not healing it, but the healing doesn't look super easy. Look at these health bars. Oh, sorry, my bad. I wandered in those. I'm gonna give the healer power infusion by way of apology. Have you asked Flabby? Flabby's not in alpha. Look at you being a goat. Morale. So there's only 3 bosses in here. I can't remember if that was also true for another dungeon. This is not one of the bosses. In the War Within, or if this is gonna be the one that has 3. Intruders have desecrated the altar. That's me. Do we have any dialogue sound? No, I have dialogue sound cranked. There's no voice acting in yet. Rookery is 3 as well, I think. Oh, you know what? One thing I don't have is I don't have my evoker. Not my evoker, my earth and racial in my bar. I could be using my Azurite search. Visuals still. NYI. Next time we get a big pack of mobs, I'll do it. This is a cool looking place. It kind of gives me like Revendreth, but less goth vibes. Like all the brick and stonework. That's a lot of traps. They have war lynxes. Revendreth, but they paid their electric bill. Exactly. That's a lot of traps in the ground. That are occasionally flashing radius visuals. We got into a dungeon. I still haven't got into the zone. I did show the Azurite spell. Looked the same. They haven't put the visuals on. It's on cooldowns right here on 2. The halo will grow on me, but the look makes me think of a priest as like a walking shaman totem. Yeah. Wow. Is it fun if I move? Yeah, because it like follows me. Yeah, I feel like I'm like a big radar beacon. I'm like trying to detect alien life forms over here. Radar, sonar, one of the R's. Archon. Yeah, no. You would not want to take Divine Star. It wouldn't, there'd be nothing doing. I think if you want Divine Star, you just play Voidweaver or, Oracle if you're holy. We found... Oh, this is a boss. I was going to say, have we made it to a boss yet? Yes, we have. What's he doing? He's hurling a spear. He had a cast. He had like a battle cry that I stopped. He's piercing some armor. He's stacking up a bleed on his tank. There's something he's doing. Oh, he restacked it. I wonder if you would need to kite it or something, or if there's some mechanic by which you can let that stack fall off, because it looks like by default with the timing it just like auto stacks forever. Man, that boss had cool armor on. I didn't even notice it until I saw the big pop-up window. Can you read more chat while healing or DPSing? You'd think DPSing, but in theory it should be the same. I was kind of reading chat while doing keys yesterday. And you know what? We got away with it. It worked out. I had a nice stream. I had a nice time. I wish I'd checked my rating before I logged off at the end of the night last night. I know I had like 1700 and something when I stopped stream, but I must have gotten a little more with the keys I did yesterday, and I just want to know how close I am to KSM. This is cool. This looks lovely. I'm so excited for this expansion. I'm gonna play my gnome priest, and I'm gonna set up Shadow and Holy, and I'm gonna do lots of healing or damage depending on what people need from me. And I'm gonna have a Hunter alt, and they're gonna have Mudskipper pets, and I'm gonna... What else am I gonna do? I'm gonna do dungeons with my friends, and I'm gonna do delves by myself, and I'm gonna pick 5 herbs and then sell them on the auction house. It's gonna be great. You're not gonna play an arcane mage after all? I'm afraid to ask, but what do you mean after all? 1784 says Raider IO. Oh well, that blows. That sucks. That's not any better than when I loved it in the morning. I did read my Raider IO recap, the season 3 recap they put out. I didn't do it on stream, but I did take a look at it. And I thought it was funny that they were like, man, most people that do normal raid kill about, 20 or 30 bosses. Most heroic raiders kill around 20 or 30 bosses. And you killed 212 bosses. Because we just kept farming a Mirdasil last season for so long trying to get all of our two-hander users there, Firalath. And we just, oh man, it took forever. Alright, Baron Braunpike. Whoa! That's kind of cool. The spinning hammer thing. That's a swirl you want to get well away from. Kind of looks like they radiate outwards a little bit. it looks like I shouldn't be in it. I'm just gonna rotate away from there. Nice, nice. Oh, I hope we can get their armor. I would wear the heck out of that. 2 of our raiders still don't have their fear lath. Fingers crossed for next week. Is this another scarlet thing? They keep popping up like cockroaches. I mean, we haven't had one since... When was the last time they gave us like a current scarlet dungeon? I know like we see the old one every time the Halloween comes around, but... Yasufine Scarlet Monastery. 1809. The last number didn't have the 9 registered yet. That's a little better. That's at least under 200 points away. I need to do an Algothar. If I just did like an Algothar 7, that would give me probably like 150 points. So I would need to do that and then like one more. But I've been avoiding Algothar because I don't want to do it. There we go. If I wanted to do it, I would have done it. I should just DPS it. Make the healing somebody else's problem. Ran Aberrus a couple nights ago. Completely forgot about that one door boss. Didn't even know we were fighting a real boss until someone asked me to lust. Yeah, that fight, Assault of the Zakali, is absolutely... It just feels like trash before Rashok. We, on our normal clear, cheesed it, just like phased it. We basically didn't get any ads. We just popped lust on pull, killed the dude, and then one of our guys put a Mortal Strike on him when he was trying to heal off the bird, so he didn't even do that very much. And we just finished him before he even like got to the final phase. And then we did basically that on heroic, except just like a little bit less pronounced. We still had to like split into sides for like a hot second, but we got maybe one wave of ads. That fight's always been a little goofy. Assault and Magmarax are such non-bosses. Magmarax feels like it could be the first boss. It did when the raid came out, and it still does now. When we first got to Magmarax, when Aberrus was current content, and we got to him on heroic, so we were expecting, you know, this is like a late raid heroic boss. We're probably gonna need to progress. And we got to him right at the end of the night. This is a Sir Braunpike. I guess maybe he's related to the last Braunpike we killed. Oh no, he's undead. I was gonna say maybe it's his cousin, but I guess it's him. Oh, server restart in 4 minutes. Maybe that'll fix things. But we got to it at the very end of the raid night. We're like, okay, this is gonna be a tough boss. We're just gonna take a look at it to see kind of what it feels like. So we did like a botched poll. We didn't even like count it down properly, I don't think, or like we didn't reset or something like that. Like nobody really had their stuff up for it. And then we one-shot it on heroic, being like, I guess that was the boss? Magmarax is dead? It was funny. I didn't have a problem with it, but it was pretty anticlimax. There were some earlier bosses in the raid that were much harder than that. Yeah, maybe the server reset will sort out the Hallowfall entry issue. That would be nice. We got a last boss here, so we can finish this dungeon before. Ooh. We got Life Forged Undeads. Oh. Oh. One of those things. Okay, if you could stop now, thank you. Azurite Surge. Embrace the light. Oh, this is such a cool room. Oh, we're going upstairs. Is she gonna get like an Archon form or something? Do we have to DPS off this shield? Are we gonna die? I don't even have VE. I didn't even buy potions. think I'm just in a good mood today. No, I don't want it. I don't want it. Kill her. I probably shouldn't be pressing. Whoa. Danger. They killed her. Nice. Monk power. Server restart in 1 minute and 30 seconds. Got some flight stones. This is so cool. I guess I can just look around for the last minute. Big window. Got an ocean down there, a bottomless pit. I didn't see anything out of it. I guess we can go look at this corner. It does look like water, doesn't it? It is moving. Which is strange because you'd think would be underground. This is my priest's work desk. This is so cool. I love the balconies. I don't think we use them for anything in this dungeon. I don't think there's like anybody up there, any way to get up there. It just looks lovely. I can't mind soothe, I don't think. Alright, server's restarting. I'm gonna take a break while that happens, and then hopefully if I come back in a couple minutes, maybe it'll be working again. We shall see. I will be back. Okie dokie. Thank you for your patience. Let me see if I can get this thing fired up and if it'll work or not. No realms available. Alright, it's not time yet. Maybe I should give it a bit. Is there a world in which I do like a key and then come back and try out alpha? Is that too confusing? You wanna come up here, kitty? Greetings, the hazel within. Greetings, hello. Oh, cause yeah, we're looking at one of these bad boys right now. Well, that was a cool dungeon, at least. Nice that we got to see something. It is so sunny outside. It's supposed to be like 17 Celsius today, which is like t-shirt weather. You can go outside without a jacket. Let us emotionally support you through an academy run. I think that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Let me put something in my stream title and edit stream info. Let's see here. Trying to come up with words. So close. Maybe more alpha later. There we go. Alright, let me take a look at some World of Warcraft. We've had 3 days of 23 Celsius in the sunshine of the UK, but it's pouring down cold again now. It means you don't gotta water the garden if you have a garden. That's what I always say. Hi, kitty cat. I know. I want to just like go lounge around in a field somewhere, but it's Friday, which means that today is news video day. All right. Isn't she lovely? I was a little sad when I took off my two-handed staff because I was like, man, I can't use my pretty new yellow flower dandelion staff with my butterfly wings mug. And then I was like, wait, I can use the glazer mace and a bouquet offhand. And if I'm not the prettiest little ambiguous pollinating insect you've ever seen. The Glazer is a very rare drop off of trash mobs in Stormsong Valley in BFA. And by very rare, I mean very rare. They're pretty expensive. I farmed it for ages. It did not drop. And then Flabby gave me one that had dropped for him. They are available to buy and sell. They don't soulbind, but it tends to be a pricey piece because it's kind of cool. Still working on that farm. You get lots of other stuff along the way when you're doing it. Made a character on a server, it was cheap, bought it there. Yeah, that's a good move. That's gonna be so much easier to do in the whatchamacallit, in the War Within with the Warbank and stuff. Like just having your gold available to you on any realm without needing to like trade it to yourself kinda. Alright, so this is my Mythic Plus rating. It's 1,810. I need 2k for Keystone Master. I have no fortified Algathar at all, and my best Tyrannical is at 2, so I really should look for an Algathar. I'm not thrilled about it. I could DPS or heal. I'm probably more comfortable healing. Is that true? Yeah. I'll DPS for my friends, but... Let's see. We'll get into Holy Spec. I'll head out to the dungeon. And I will see what I can put together here. I guess we can Hearth. Make sure I get into my key spec. Suspicious Rock, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Algathar wasn't bad. It's my least favorite by far. I find it to be extremely frightening. I did hear that they nerfed the final boss. That's something. Because everything else that I've done has been easier than that. I mean, I guess I haven't done a fortified Ruby Life Pools, but because I did it on Tyrannical on an 8, I might not have to. I might be able to get away with not doing everything. I'll take that. Let's see what else. I recrafted my Lariat. I got enough aspect crest together to make the thing, and then I had it recrafted. So I've got a 525 Lariat now, which is nice. I'm running one Embellish. I need a second one, but that's gonna have to wait for my second spark. I took off my Verdant Tether Ring because it was very far behind an item level, and I got a better one. I guess I can take a flight path over. I think my key is like a Nakud 8. I might save that for friends. I'm gonna ask Flabby what he's up to. You wanna do an Algathar? Very fun. Pinky swear. Did a 0 Algathar yesterday? Hated it. The honey mace is called the Glazer. Glazer. Halls of Infusion. Yeah, that one went alright for me. Halls of Infusion was okay. Alright. Bringing the Flabby carry. Also, I need some game music. I must have had it off yesterday. I think I had my focus music on still. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll check and see if there's any on Lightbringer, just out of curiosity. Actually, you know what? I can do better than that. Before I get us into queue here, I can see... what is it called? Undermine Exchange? So, this is something that you can use to find items across multiple realms. It's a website. You look something up, and I can see that there's none on Lightbringer. There are 39 on US realms, and if I scroll down, I can see where they are. It looks like the average Glazer price is 1.2 mil on Lightbringer, and then across all realms, it kind of... The lowest price right now is 450, but on average, you're looking at kind of somewhere in the neighborhood of a mil. And you can see that available if you sort by price... Quantity. Area 52 has one posted at 450k. So if anybody wants to snipe it, by all means. This is if you're looking to buy transmog or pets cross realm. This is a great tool with which to do it. There's one for 500k on Frostmourne. There's one for 500k on Rexar. Got mine for 200. That's a really good deal. That's a really good deal. Lightbringer I feel like is a pretty tough server to buy Mog on because there's a lot of collectors on this server, so prices end up kind of high. All right, I don't know why I'm feeling the need to go like all the way to the dungeon entrance before I look for a group, but that is what I'm doing. I want to do it a minimum 5 and at a maximum of 7. It would be nice to do 6s and up because those give aspect crests, but I also would love for it to like actually be done in time. Now let's take a look. Dungeons, Elgathar Academy. Elgathar Academy. There's a 5 with a group that has a decent amount of rating. I'm going to give that one a second because that's promising. There we go. It'll be just for score. This should be nice and safe and easy. Hi. No aspect crest, but that's okay. I got my thing crafted already. Use that site to hunt down the BOE version of the Demon Hunter tier headpiece for cheap. Druid has a skull floating in Fellflame now. Nice. I can't believe that we're less than 2 weeks away from Panda Remix. I was trying to explain it. I was trying to give the elevator pitch to my friends last night. And I've discovered that I'm not very good at summarizing what Panda Remix is if you give me like, I don't know, 30 seconds. It came out kind of funny, but I think they're interested. The Gear Star needs all the expansion box art, canvas wall art. How do you buy stuff as a level 1 on another server? You cannot mail the gold to yourself right now. You need to either use another person or a second account in order to, like, someone would make the character and you would trade the gold. In the War Within, or once the pre-patch hits, you can just use your own war bank and it's fine. But, yeah. Speaking of Area 52. Listen. Everything's gonna be great. I think we're carrying a DPS, that's fine. Everything is gonna be acceptable. Yeah, you can mail gold cross faction, but you can't mail gold cross server yet. And I don't even know if you can do it later. You wouldn't need to with the warband. So excited for my Panda Priest. You can mail gold cross realm right now? Are you sure? Alright, we got a tank. Because I know you can mail yourself gold cross faction on the same server. My understanding is that currently you cannot do it, but I also misunderstand things all the time. I'm gonna get my flask up. I'm gonna get my rune up. Last I tried, you can trade it cross realm but not mail. That's also where I'm understanding it. Because I know people that will use a second account in order to trade themselves gold in other servers to buy stuff. And then I know that if you don't want to do that, you can get like another person to come trade you. Can't unless they are connected realms. Maybe that's the trick. Is the Tuesday patch the pre-expansion patch? No. No. It's the last patch of Dragonflight. It's got some more story quests, but it doesn't have the new systems. Yeah, if only. That would be nice. Alrighty. I'm laying down a feast-a-rooney. 2 feast-a-roonies. I've got my rune. I've got my flask. I've got my healing boots on. We should be good. I'm pretty sure that Flabby can carry us pretty hard. This Death Knight has 2 piece, and they have a Fearleth. They have a partially upgraded Fearleth, so I think we should be in good shape for a 5.
5, 4, 3, 2.
All right, wish me luck.
1.
Let's see if we can face forward. No twist spine. Alpha realms were down, so I decided to do a key while I wait. My item level is 508, currently equipped. No, wait, I can change gear, right? Uh-oh. Oops. Okay, it could have been better, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. Somebody forgot to put her Rashock's Molten Heart back on. I could run out, but I'm not gonna.
Watch your step. Watch your step.
This is
Watch your
dangerous
step.
trash. People get lost here all the time. Yeah, it's fortified week. And there's trees everywhere.
Watch your step. Watch your step. Watch your step.
Morning, Hazel. Morning, Captain Jet Frost. Whoa. Sometimes you can save people and sometimes you can't.
Watch your step.
I think the thing that scares me about this dungeon is all of the bosses and like half of the trash. This is the scariest trash, in my humble opinion. You don't get rating for Mythic 0. Rating, I think, is for keys. Keys only. You do get Vault Progress.
Watch your step.
Gotta use Divine Star while I can. I mean, I might be a premonition gamer, but I don't know. If I'm an Archon, then I don't have to have like a big old glowing eyeball in the front of my face in War Within.
Watch your step.
Yeah, it's nice. It's exactly what you want to do. Boxin, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it.
Big ad.
I feel like I don't know if I'm supposed to be in that
Watch your step.
little soak.
AOE incoming.
And Clockwork Caleb, thank you very much for the 5-month resub. I hope things are going well for you.
Watch your step.
It's kind of an awkward one, but it's over. We did it. That was nice and clean. I like how I have my co-pilot right here. She's good. She's good emotional support for frightening dungeons. I wonder if we're gonna lose anybody here. Last week, I on multiple occasions,
Watch your step.
hold on, had people die because they thought that that was a storming and they were trying to soak it by walking into it. It was extremely funny to me.
Watch your step.
Because it happened like more than once with different people. It wasn't just like one person.
Watch
Let me
your
just get
step.
this storming out of here. Splat.
Run. Watch your step.
I don't really want to be on that pillar.
Watch your step.
Took me forever to realize you can go behind the pillars. Yeah, the graphic doesn't make it terribly clear that you can line of sight that mechanic. Love what my tanks them on one place, even if there's 3 deadly winds right in melee. Listen, they know you're capable of great things. You can matrix it. Howdy Hazel, how are the keys? Good morning. It's going good so far. I'm facing my fear and I'm doing an Elgathar. Although I'm facing it in kind of like an itty bitty baby version because I'm doing a 5 and not like a 7 or an 8 or anything. But
Shockwave.
I'm in my 5. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna get some rating. And I'm gonna see if I can scrape up keys to master today. I don't think this key is gonna give me enough rating for it, but I think it should shave off enough that one more key will do it if I pick the key nicely. If I do something that I don't have a fortified score for, I think that two more runs will do me. 5-tier burb isn't an entire cakewalk. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I guess it might take a minute. Shake out the wiggles.
Shockwave.
That's a skill that I've been practicing. Is if your fears are too scary to face, then find a baby version of them that you can, even if it seems silly. You know, even the itty bitty littlest bit of progress is miles better than
Shockwave.
no progress.
Shockwave.
It's like obvious wisdom, but sometimes it's hard to remember. New Mythic Zero has been great. Itty bitty versions of the dungeons. It was cool doing them at the start of the season when I was still wearing last season gear, being like, man, I can just do zeros and I can get like champion loot. This is awesome.
Spread.
This dungeon's sometimes tricky healing wise because you've got movement and you've got spread out and you've got some pretty big damage to heal through. Huh. Do try not to go over the edge. I know I technically could catch you, but like
Spread.
I usually don't touch the balls because I don't know what people like to do with them.
Shockwave.
But I suppose I can throw it over here.
Watch your step.
There we go.
Spread.
There's like a timing thing.
Phase change. Spread. Shockwave. Spread.
Yeah, it seems fine. It doesn't seem like we're gonna get very long of
Shockwave.
the wind buff, if at all.
Spread.
Okay, maybe a little bit at all. Bird dead. A lot easier in a new season worth of gear. I heard that Veximus was the hardest boss now. Like, it was just doing incredible amounts of damage. I'm interested to see. That's the next one we've got coming up. Hate it when people don't stop the unruly textbook cast. It's a monotonous lecture that puts you to sleep. I am with you that it's awful when it doesn't get stopped, but it just tickles me pink that that's the name of the cast.
Shockwave.
Ooh, I could have been standing in that. I was not paying attention. I swear sometimes I survive things, not because I'm good, but just because I'm lucky.
Shockwave.
There we go. Only a problem, people don't get that everyone's supposed to take an orb.
Target you. Shockwave.
Ah, yeah, this is Holy Priest.
Shockwave.
It's my main. It's pretty fun. You get to send out these prayers of mending every like 10 seconds or so, and they just ping around between various people, kind of doing healing and giving you some other benefits. Yeah, there's a lot of it kind of takes care of itself as long as you press your buttons often enough. Oh, see you later, kitty cat. Favorite class currently? Holy Priest. I'm a Holy Priest mate. Shadow's actually been very fun though. I've been doing most of Raid and half of Keys as Shadow this season. I wasn't expecting to, but it worked out that way, and it's actually been really fun. Although I do think that the main thing that is required for me to have fun is if I am doing what I perceive to be good damage. So if I feel like my numbers are good, then I'm happy. And if I feel like my numbers are bad, then I'm frustrated. As long as I can get... I don't even need to, like, win an overall or anything like that, especially not when there's, like, rep hounds running around. I just want to feel like I'm helping. Like I can do something cool every now and then. Well, it feels good.
Target you. Shockwave.
Stop trying to do more TPS. Listen, someone's getting a little help from their friends to get some gear, and I knew that before we started the key.
Shockwave.
That's fine. You can LOS the Ravager leap behind the bridge pillars. Oh, neat. Like the UIs are getting cleaner since the revamp with Dragonflight. Basic uniframes work so much better now. They really do. I love the Dragonflight action bars too. I use them. Everything except for nameplates. Pretty nice. Although honestly, the raid frames have been good for a long time. They've had raid style party frames that have been very highly usable for a long time. I've used those without an add-on since, like, I don't know. I don't think I've used an add-on since BFA. I think End of Warlords was when I got rid of. Maybe even earlier than that. I used to use Grid, but that was in like Wrath. And then I had another add-on for a little while, but I don't remember the details. How's Shadow Priest in Alpha? It's fun. The hero talents for Shadow Priest feel really cool. Shadow works well. It doesn't feel wildly different than the way it plays in Dragonflight, but I like the way it plays in Dragonflight. You've just got some hero talents that kind of let you do the things you do, but like a little cooler, a little more. A couple extra fun things. When can we get but nameplates emote? I know, right? It's my my favorite thing to complain about. I'm incapable of not mentioning it anytime we talk about the rest of the UI. It's like that time I saw the opportunity and I was like, I could let this one go, and then I was like, nope, I'm not going to. The only issue I have with base raid frames is it doesn't have enough room for the rest of Druid Hots. Yeah. I have that issue. I had that issue in Arena. Not having enough spots for me to see the Hots. Hey, it rhymes. Kind of a problem. Whoa. Whoa. I took 2. Someone else's turn.
AOE incoming. Watch your step.
Watch your feet.
Run out.
I'm just gonna do 1 because of the mana bomb.
Run out.
See, this is kind of what I mean. It's a tough fight to heal. This is only a 5. You saw how easy the bird boss was. And I have like
Watch your step.
I know we only have 2 DPS right now, but they're strong DPS. There you go. Did it. Oh yeah, for healing ads on Farak, my answer is that it's awful and it sucks. Literally for Farak, the best thing I've come up with in killing it what felt like 212 times, not exactly, but it felt like it, was running up to the ads so that they were close enough that I could separately click on their bodies to heal the one that I wanted to, but for the most part I just bombed AoE heals on the big pile of them. It's awful because they don't show up on boss frames the same way that sometimes healing ads do, and I didn't find any reliable way to do that, and the nameplates for them are garbo because they're friendly nameplates, which are forced to default only. I like mechanics like that. I hope they keep doing them, but I hope they come up with a better way of displaying them and making them easier to target and heal, because yeah, the default way was stinko. I just said someone else's job. As a Provoker, pretty easy to carpet bomb heal him. Yeah. Yeah. I would just run up there. I mean, for the most part, I could kind of like sanctify. No, I still wanted to single target them sometimes. I just stuck my nose up in them. I literally ran my little gnome legs over there and then zoomed in so it was easier to get like targets on individual ones. Or like I could mouse over their frames because they walk in a pretty straight line. So if I'm close enough, I can get mouse overs on individual ones, but like I can't do it from a distance accurately. Not when they stand in front of each other. And that's not my fault. That's Blizzard's fault. Lots of things are my fault, but that one's not one of them. Melee ranges. I hope you like giving pedicures and take a left at the colon distance. Drakthir are still only evokers on Alpha. I don't know if that's planned for launch. I think they said something about War Within, but not necessarily right away. Probably should have been kept up.
Target
Oh,
you.
that's like kind of an excessive amount of trash for Fortified Week. I wonder what happened. Maybe we'll just wipe it up and start fresh. In War Within, they said they're talking about removing melee extension talents. Oh. I did enjoy the massive melee rage in Volcaros, though. Yeah. For Dragonflight raid bosses, a lot of them have really large hitboxes. I was noticing it on Razagath. Because we were debating how far back to drop the static bomb that you get pushed into during the big wind thing. And I was in favor of a little farther away because melee range is huge. And because it hurts the raid very badly when we drop those like on top of everybody. Doesn't have to be all the way in the back edge, but maybe not in melee. But it doesn't matter because I am done with Razagath. We killed it, and I don't think I'm going back. That was a lot of cooldowns to get through a trash bag. We did stream some alpha. It got taken down for a reset, and it wasn't letting me into the new zone, so I decided to give it a little time to figure itself out, and in the meantime, I'm doing a key. It is not yet possible to solo farm BFA raids. They said they would do it during Dragonflight, but I haven't seen it happen. I'm starting to lose a little faith. Whoa. Leaving it alone for a bit is actually my strategy when the scanner at work gets sassy. I swear, sometimes technology just needs time to think about what it's done. Or, you know, like a real good power cycle, but... shocker, the person that really likes pets also likes to anthropomorphize. Who could have ever seen this coming? Those things are going to start spitting out balls that we do not want to get caught by.
Run. Breath incoming.
You're
Run. Breath incoming.
I'm tempted to use
Watch your feet. Run.
my holy word for damage, but that's a good way to jinx it. Yeah, I'll just use it for a single target. Salem Saberhagen 8, thanks for the brand new sub. Appreciate it.
Incoming.
Whoa, I'm in trouble. I made it.
Watch your
Oh, thanks.
feet. Run.
I usually get tagged by an orb or two here. Just in the chaos of it all. Got time left? Yeah. Lots of it.
Coming.
Nice. +1, 94 points puts me at 1904. Happy about that. Thank you. Plus we get flight stones. I got the rest of my Worm's Crest cap, so I'm done with those for the week. Thank you very much. Let me take a look and first of all see if maybe the alpha is working, and if not, then I'll see about maybe getting one more key in. Probably gone over this already. What did you think of Archon? Halo's an interesting choice. It's nice. It seems like a pretty low lift talent tree to take. It doesn't really require you to do much aside from press Halo once a minute and like think about maybe when you want all those effects. It's pretty straightforward. Yeah, you can slow fall yourself if a boss encounter knocks you up in the air, but you want to do so with extreme caution because there is every chance that while you are slowly falling out of the sky, you are crippling your ability to get out of the next mechanic. It's usually better just to land. They don't usually kick you up high enough for fall damage to be a factor, and if you land faster, then you're back on your feet to like get in position for whatever's happening next. Yeah. So let me full screen cap for a sec here, and I'm gonna poke around. Yeah, if it's gonna kick you off a ledge to die, then you could slow fall yourself, but you're probably still gonna die. You're just gonna take longer to do it. There's usually like a death wall that you pass through that triggers the perishing. What class is your favorite other than Priest? I don't know, maybe Hunter? I like Hunter alts. It looks like Alpha Realms are still offline. It's funny. Yeah, there you go. Still offline. So I'm going to look for another one. See if we can get Keystone Master going here. I gotta find a real good key. I think I should probably do at least a 6. PSA for people that don't have the alpaca mount from the BFA World Boss currently up this week. What kind of key? I gotta go take a look at my score and see what I'm missing here. I like cats. You're just such a nice kitty. I know she's patient because I can flip her on her back and hold her like a baby and trim her toenails, and she looks at me like, you'll regret this, but she never actually makes me regret it. 9 Algathar, yeah. So here's where I'm at. I need to find something that I have no fort score in, which means Azure Vault is my best pick. Nikud would also be sufficient. These ones, because I have like a high tyrannical, I'm not too worried about it. I think if I can find like an Azure 6, that might do it. Maybe a 7. I could do my Nikud 8, but I don't know if I want to pug 8s. I guess I could do it if I vet the groups with great care. Azure Vault sounds reasonable though. It doesn't sound too scary. What kind of a Azure Vault do I feel like I could get into? Because I'm score 1900 right now. I'm sure Flabby is 2k. Or very close to it. Well, there's a 10, a 9, an 8. I would definitely do it. I don't want to do the 5. I don't think it's enough rating. I can try and apply for the 8. Or failing that, I could do a Nikud. It doesn't have to be my key. Do you want the score calculator? You'd think, but surprises are fun. Here, let's look for Nikud as well. See if there's like a nice Nikud 7 maybe. There's an 8. Oh no, pardon me, that's an 11. There's a 6. That would be easy. There's an 8. Yeah. Well, Q. Rather do a 7. Oh, all right. It's an acute 8. Funnily enough, it's exactly my key. It's just not my key. Pre-made group finder is the add-on. It's great. It's a lovely add-on. So this is the Nikud. Oh, I'm putting on my Rashok's Molten Heart before I forget. I'm not wearing my Sea Star. I've got a 509 Rashok's Heart. I guess now that I've crafted a piece for the week, I can stop by real quick and see if there's anything else that I have the stuff to upgrade. I feel like I don't, but I should just take a quick look-see. It would be nice if we could get... Isn't there like an upgrader here? Yeah. Oh yeah, I've got 30 Drake's Crests. So, or Worm's Crest that I could use. So I could take... If I wanted to really sink Flight Stones, I could take my Bone Pestle up one, which gives me a little bit of extra leech. And then maybe my offhand as well. 509 to 512. And then do I have any champion stuff that is sub? Yeah. I can take the champion stuff to 4. Because that just takes the little red crests. So anything that is like champion 1 or champion 3. Yeah. Spending up my Flight Stones. Nice. Oh, I have a champion 1 of 8 ring. And now I have a champion 4 of 8 ring. Haha. That brings me to 511. I'm happy about that. /P, say hi. And head out there. Nice. Always good to check to see if you can sync any of your upgrade mats before you get yourself in over your head in an 8 pug. Nice, thank you. I have never done an entire raid without getting a Boolean cube. A Boolean. I wonder if anybody else has the Almanet's Chromatic Essence in this. Yeah, the more I hear people say Boolean, the more soup coated it becomes. There's a grand banquet. Get a nice fresh food buff. Happy about this. Should be okay. Transmorpher beacon. I don't know. I don't think I can do it. Not when I need to be the glazer with BG the honeybee.
4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, thoughts and prayers. You already chick jump scared me. I actually hate doing the dragon riding in Nikud. I'm conservative with my vigor because I feel like I don't want to spend all of it and fall behind. I wonder if we're gonna do like a big lust pull. Yeah, it looks like it.
Watch your step. Crowd control. Watch your step.
Now this is gonna be a spicier key. We're 3 levels up from the last one, so I might try to read a little bit less chat.
Watch your step.
We got some good damage though. I'm not even following my own Death Knight advice. Normally for healing DKs I tell people to get their blue bar displaying in your UI. Haven't even done that.
Watch your step.
This is so much damage.
Watch your step.
I have GS up and I have a feeling I'm gonna need it. Wow, they're doing a load of self-healing. I guess that's DKs for you.
Crowd control. Watch your step.
They've got a double stab.
Watch your step.
Good news is with Rashlok's Molten Heart is you can kind of spend any mana you want. And there's pretty much no problem.
Crowd control. Watch your step.
Although it's curious if I can spend any mana I want. What am I doing? Casting regular heal and not flash heal. Just
Watch
unbind the
your
darn
step.
thing. Wowie. That hurts so bad.
Watch your step.
That's a high HPS requirement for single target tank damage.
Watch your step. Watch your step.
I get like random thoughts that like drift across my brain whenever I'm really focused on something like healing. Like I'll be in the zone and I'm still pressing the buttons and I'm still pretty happy with how the buttons are going. But then I'll just be like, I had alphagetti for lunch yesterday. It was pretty good. I drank the soup part first and then had spoonfuls of noodles with letters. Well, the noodles were the letters. And I'll just kind of like live in that space for like a while.
Watch your step. Watch your step.
That can't be just me.
Watch your step.
It's also a true fact I did have alphagetti for lunch yesterday. Oh, I'm actually out of mana. Okay.
Watch your step.
I'm going to use a mana pot. And I'm probably going to say something.
Watch your step.
Talked a big game about Rashlok's Molten Heart. I just need to actually, like, get a little mana back before we start this thing. Alrighty. Alright, just a little bit of HPS needed, no biggie. Nothing we can't manage. Please put your own air mask on before assisting others. Can't heal anybody if you're dead. Oxygen mask. All right. Where do you get the rainbow effect? From the prismatic bauble toy. If you type exclamation rainbow in chat, it'll give you a link with more information. It's good. I haven't macroed into my movement speed. Alright, I will not MD. I will not MD. I can dispel maybe one at a time. I've gotten people killed here before. What MD? You have a command for the toy? It's mildly surprising. It comes up just often enough, especially because I have it macroed on a couple of different characters, so it doesn't really matter what I'm playing. And someone asks about it every now and then. I thought they did a thing last year where they actually discounted the toy for June for Pride Month. They made it, like, cheaper and more easily, like, more readily available. Maybe they'll do that again. That would be nice.
Dispel. Dispel.
How much was it? That I don't remember. Maybe 100K? Because I think it's 250 normally. It's like a quarter of a mil. But like the best quarter of a mil you'll ever spend. Your character can be cute for life. Let's do a little bit of a group hug here. I should have PI'd this pack below. I talked a big game about how I don't need to use heal because I've got endless mana and I've changed my mind. I'm using heal again. I managed to in the trash before the first boss, so I'm being conservative. Yeah, it's not confirmed that they would do that again this year, but it would be cool if they did. Oh, Kitty, now's not a great time. You had such a lovely spot right there. I've got hunters that are getting absolutely smacked down.
Dispel.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it, kitty cat. Yeah, it's a what the kids call a spicy meatball. And by the kids, I mean my
Dispel.
similarly millennial guilties. It's the random casts. There's so many of them, and they hurt so bad that if you can't top somebody really quickly and they eat 2 in a row, they're just gone. Luckily, I'm playing a Holy Priest, and you can, in fact, talk people pretty quickly if you have the buttons for it. I wonder if I should save PI for... Yeah, I'll just blow it.
Dispel boss.
It's not,
Spread.
whatchamacallit.
Dispel boss.
I took all the
AOE
candy.
Incoming. Spread. Dispel boss.
Wow, Floppy's really fast at that dispel. Oh. Lose the buff.
Dispel boss. Spread. Dispel boss. Spread. Dispel boss.
Just get a couple of them.
AOE incoming. Spread. Dispel boss.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm a little more worried about Tira and Maruk. I've seen that one go sideways. Plater. Kitty cat. My lap is available if you want it. Just not the desk.
Target you.
Oh, I missed. Whoa. Nope. Nope. Absolutely not. I don't know about all this. I mean, it's very exciting DK healing opportunity. I just don't have no. I guess I should be trying to help. Oh, I could have waited for a B-res so well. I'm just gonna zip past. That trash is spicy because there's frontals and there's big stops that kind of have to happen. Where are we at here? Okay. Alrighty. You know what? I'm gonna eat. We're waiting for people anyway. Did I get my food buff back? There it is. Where are we going? Okay. Okay, deep breaths. It does so much damage. That's how my DK is to engage stuff. 1% health right away.
Target you.
Okay. I like my little butterfly wings. Whoa. Oh, I remembered something that happened yesterday that I was like really excited about in an extremely dumb and non-impressive way, but I was excited. I made, and I can already tell like 3/4 of you guys are gonna roll your eyes, and that's fine. I made a spreadsheet do math for me. I was building at a table that had varying, like I needed to multiply this number by this number, and then this cell by this cell, and then take this cell, and then subtract this cell. And up until that point, because I'm a pleb, I had been like taking those numbers and then taking a calculator and then doing it myself. And I was like, there has to be. I know that these things can do this. I just don't know how. And then I was afraid to Google it because I was like, if this is harder, like if I make this harder on myself because I don't understand, or worse, I do it, but it's not doing it the way I expect and make the numbers wrong, that would be like kind of giga bad. What if you just laid down on my lap, honey bear?
Target you.
What if you just laid down and didn't walk on the desk right now? Yeah, isn't that nice? Look, there's a nice spot for you. And it didn't help that I don't have Excel, so I'm using like kind of off-brand spreadsheet software. But I Googled it, and it wasn't that hard. And then I was like, oh, this is faster. This job that was taking me 6 hours, I think I can finish it in about 45 minutes. I think there were further improvements that could have been made, but I decided to quit while I was ahead with the innovations. I was really happy. I think I did know how to do something like that once upon a time, but I had forgotten the details. So that's my story. I haven't used PI in a little bit. Bet you we're gonna get that back. Could probably just do it now. And now I'm wondering what else that I can make them do, because if I can make them do math, maybe I can make them, I don't know. I'm thinking fortune telling. I'm thinking if you can write the right, oh, he's dead, Excel formulas, that maybe you can have like a crystal ball spreadsheet. It'd be pretty cool. Because what is the future if not like a bunch of math? I mean, I don't understand the future and I don't really understand math, so checks out. Where am I going? Oh, my boots. My booties are broken. My booties are breaking. Woof! My death knife is breaking. Wow.
Target you.
Oh, come on. I was totally in there. No, he's dead again. Why? I almost had time to GS.
Target you.
I wonder if we can finish any of this stuff if I'm really... I'm gonna PI the hunter.
Target you.
Aw. Maybe we should have just wiped. I thought we could get that. That's what happens when I try and click off Guardian Spirit is, or Spirit of Redemption is I click off my rune. I need a repair. And I need a new rune. Oh no, don't vendor my runes! Everything's falling apart. I'll be back with you guys shortly. That's just difficult trash. GS is Guardian Spirit. It's my external on the 4 key here. Saves lives if you use it in time. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. I hope your day's going well. Time is it? 11:30. Man, I thought Tyr and Maruk was going to be hard. I didn't think we would have this much trouble with the trash that was ahead of them.
Crowd control. Target you.
You know what? I'm just going to preemptively use that on the tank. It's a spicy pack. It's a dangerous time. We're just going to go ahead and chuck that out there. I think that Sanctify was on me personally and nobody else.
Crowd control.
Well, that's perdition. That's their cheat death. Why does this hurt so much?
Crowd control.
Like, they're doing crazy self-healing. I don't think it's a numbers problem. I wonder if we're missing stops or something. No, he's just dead. That's nutty. It must be the Bakar getting like enraged. Yeah, they're getting Chant of the Dead. Alright. Too many bears. Not too fussed about it. That's nutty. You mean that's hazelnutty? Spirit of Redemption is so you can look down on your party in shame and death. Day almost over, going excellent. Nice. Hopefully you get some space and peace to relax. I feel like healing burns calories. I'm getting hungry. Okie dokie. We'll get the trash after this. Now this boss is tough. I'm assuming we're gonna not try and stack the thing. Because we are in a pug and we don't trust. It's better to spread and dodge if you're not sure.
Watch your step. Run.
And they come back around.
Fear incoming. Knocking back. Watch your step. Run. Fear incoming. Watch your step.
And they'll all start rotating back in a sec.
Run. Fear incoming. Knocking back. Watch your step.
Oh,
Run.
I don't even know what
Incoming.
hit my bulwark there, but I'm glad I specced into it. Whoa, whoa. Okay.
Watch your
Kill them.
step.
Okay. We're gonna get 2% more trash, and then we're gonna hit up, I think. Throw Mythic plus affixes the friends made along the way. Can we agree that you understand math? You don't know that. You haven't seen my report card. Besides, if I know anything about you guys, is that you're a big bunch of smart nerds. So math probably doesn't mean numbers to you people. and when it stops using numbers is approximately 10 minutes after they lose me.
Shockwave.
And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. If you don't feel like you're up to doing something in life, you have the option of attempting to pay somebody else to do it for you. Depending on what it is. Some things are frowned upon.
Shockwave. Shockwave.
Aw. Thanks very much for the bits. Go Hazel, go. You can still make the time. Believe in the me that believes in your tank won't die again. Whoa, we're pulling the boss with this. All right. I wonder if that was on purpose or not. I guess it doesn't matter. Let's say it was. Let's be generous with coolies here.
Watch your step.
Alright, well that's not on me. We have a Beerus. They're up. And they're rebuffed. Thanks for the bits.
Watch your step. Run out.
I'm just gonna stay right here. I think this is the sweatiest I've gamed in a key in like a long time.
Run out. Watch your feet.
Make it dead! Woohoo! We timed it! I'm Reagan, thank you for the bits. Rookie numbers, you gotta pump that DPS. I am a holy priest. 25k. Oh, sweaty. Love to see it. 79 points out of that. Thank you very much. Let me go ahead and loot this. I got a singing stone. Is that a cool trinket? I need a DPS trinket. Perhaps an ally and win. Oh, it's a healing trinket. Blech. Oh, Flappy got a stolen breath. Nice. Oh, man. There is a timing penalty for each death. You lose something like 6 seconds or so per death. Flabby did 333k, I think, in overall damage. Good thing about 8s is they give a myth track vault slot so people stick around even after a few wipes. Do you know why Picky Eater never eats backstage security? This is like a Hearthstone Battlegrounds knock-knock joke. Oh, it's a DPS trinket. You probably want the tome from Azure Vault. Enjoy my remaining bits. Thanks, Elrithir. Oh, okay. It is 11:44 a.m. I am 1983. I am like, my neck is hot. Like, I'm so sweaty. That was such spiky healing on that DK. Like, I don't think they were doing it wrong or anything. I think it's just healing that class. And sometimes people will be a little more damage focused and they'll just be like, yeah, it's fine. I won't die. You could legit do like a +2. Yeah, I don't have any score in Fortified Azure Vault, so I think that's probably the move. Or life pools, but you know, it could be Azure Vault. DK's been extra scared this week. Not good. They seem fine. They seem good. You did tons of self-healing. That's always exciting. I level for +8 as a priest. I did it on 511. I also did one last week at like 508 or something like that. Maybe 507. But that was like with a really, really good strong group. I took a long break and even a holy priest is showing me up. No offense. Yeah, alright. Flabby's gonna come on as Demon Hunter. I'll head out to Azure Vault. I'm getting this achievement. I'm doing it. Azure Archives. And then hopefully tomorrow Hallowfall's working properly so we can do some cozy Saturday morning exploration of the new zone. It's like the zone I'm most excited to see. Alright, so it could be like we're doing like a low key for this last one because it doesn't have to be anything fancy, and I want it to be done like kind of sort of fast. So let me see what we've got for AV. There's a 4. There's a 3. There's a 5. The nice thing about this add-on is it'll sort the groups high to low from leaders' ratings, so you can see who has like a more experienced leader top. How much is that 9 carrier score? My Nelthera score is a 279, and that is combined for a Tyrannical 2 and a Fortified 9. If you do this very low, very easy vault with no deaths, I'll donate 1,000 bits. But a single death means I get to laugh. Okay. All right. Sometimes it's not up to me, but I'll do my best. As I start looking for 2s. Although, honestly, in 2s, you might be more likely to get somebody that just, like, falls off a cliff. There's a 3. Aw, thanks for the bits. Or not the bits, the gift subs. 5 gift subs. Appreciate it very, very much. Look for a 2 or a 3. I'm 480. Oh, okay. Here's a 2. Here's a 3. Here's another 3. This is Elif. This is pre-made group finder. There's a link to it in my add-on spreadsheet. It's great. It lets you filter to like just one key. You can search for key level. You can choose what you want to sign up as and sign up with one click. You can filter by minimum leader score if you want. I'm sure Flabby, even on his Demon Hunter, will be out DPSing everybody. Nice. Hopefully we can get a group together for this too. There's a stone around here somewhere. I'm curious to see what kind of tank we're gonna get. I'm sure I can heal whatever, but I'm nervous about DKs now, man. That scared me. Oh, there's a 504. Yeah, easy invite. I wonder if it's someone from stream. Hello. Oh, you're already here. Look at that. Fancy. Look at this guy's like Mog mount combo. That is a warrior. $10 says he goes down easy. Is it you? Says 6 across the board in both weeks would get you KSM. Easy, yeah. You could probably do it with, like, I bet you 4s across the board would get you really close. I have class. I play bear. Aw, lovely feast. Thanks, Phil. This should be a lovely key. Maybe I'll use, if it's just a 2, maybe I'll be able to use my Divine Word for some Chastise. Give me 20% damage buff and some cooldown refund. Had the best naming convention for pets. Get a yellow dog named Chromie. Black and white dog named Morchi. I think Morchi's a cute cat name. Chromie's a cute cat name too.
5, 4, 3.
Sometimes people at the dog park have the most bizarre names for their dogs. I mean, I named my dog Moose, so I'm not here to judge anybody. But there's some wild ones. Eridicron is a good cat name. I like Frank. See how much DPS I can get away with in this key. Aw, man. I did 169k on pull. Burning Vehemence. Oh, I'm gonna lose my battery. That's okay. It's kind of fun sometimes when you're in an easy key to see how much to kind of min-max your like little baby DPS spec that they give you as a healer. My dogs are Doug and Larry. Aw, Walter and Honey. I've met quite a few different doggies named Honey, and they've all been lovely. There's a lot of flower names going around too. A lot of Rosies and Ruby. Well, I guess Ruby's not a flower name, but lots of Rosies and Daisies and no Petunias. But Rosie was one of the names that was on my short list. And if I had taken it, my dog would have had many friends with the same name. A lot of Rosies around. My doggo is Lily. Oh, that's a lovely dog name too. I love when dogs have human names.
Watch your step.
And then of course you've got your fins and your scouts and your flies. I think I know at least 2 of each of those. Named our daughter Juniper. I know we're talking dogs though. I think Juniper's a very, very sweet
Watch
name.
your step.
My name was very Pacific Northwest themed for my dog name list. But I'm not the only one. Dogs have
Watch
big
your
scary
step.
names and it's a teeny corgi. I was joking about naming my dog Vengeance, so that if in order to summon my dog and do like a recall command, I could have said Vengeance to me and be like just an
Watch
enormous
your
nerd,
step.
but I'm too shy to actually do that in public. And also, my dog is a super cute, sweet love bunny, friendly, noodly puppy. But if you don't know him and you don't see him like flopping around, you might think that he's like not an intimidating dog, but you know, he's like a big dog. He's got big chompers. Some people are nervous about German Shepherd looking dogs. And I think giving him a big scary name might have gotten him profiled.
Shockwave. Move to diamond.
Man, the corgis that Moose meets are like the feistiest dogs. They always want to play with him. They're never scared of him like other dogs sometimes are.
AOE incoming.
They're always just like, I need a piece of that. Let me at him. And when they do get to play, they can usually like keep up and hold their own. Like they're surprisingly feisty for being all, you know, plushy shaped. This morning I was up early enough to kind of have like coffee and breakfast in the living room on the couch, and Mr. Moosey was just like falling asleep on my lap. It was so nice. I'm so glad I got a dog. He's such a sweet boy. I wonder if they're going to want to do the slow fall skip or if they're just going to want to do the whole, the normal thing.
Watch your step.
You alright there, Phil? I still think Philodin is one of my favorite Flabby character names. Someone asked us once if Flabby's real name was Phil because I was in dungeons and I kept being like, hey, Phil, get over here. You do not know fear until you meet a bird named Rex. I must not know fear. Oh, and Rogue's asleep. Oopsies. I could have dispelled them and I didn't. Whoops. I must not have big debuffs on now that I think of it, actually. Because normally that would be like huge and I'd be like, oh, okay, sure, fine, help you out. Note to self, re-enable big debuffs. Very good add-on, helps out a lot.
Watch your step. Watch your step. Watch your step.
Sometimes I don't feel like my healer damage really matters to a key. But then sometimes, because, you know, when you look at the meters, it's like, oh, it's just like a little bit. But then what I do is I imagine if I took the damage that I did and I tacked it onto one of the DPS, how much more impressed would I be? Yeah, pretty good. Pretty impressed. You know, I'd be glad they did it. I would appreciate them pressing their buttons hard enough to make that extra damage happen. So it's worth it for me too. It's weird, but it works. I wonder if after this key, I'm just retired from keys. Keys to master done. No further questions. See you guys next expansion.
Dispel.
I don't think you can tell Flabby to press buttons hard. I think they're pretty much always going at full power.
Watch your step.
Not with that attitude.
Watch your step.
I was ready to heal Phil because I thought I was going to catch him again.
Watch your step. Dispel.
Yeah, using Holy Word on Chastise really does help you actually do noticeably more damage. It's kind of fun. I never get to do that in hierarchies.
Dispel.
I'm too busy using my Holy Word on panicking. Holy Word pain and Holy Word panic reporting for duty.
Watch your step.
DPSing a key sometimes feels like I'm pretending to look busy so my coworkers don't ask me to do more things. Oh man. Me healing LFR. Look, I'm here. I'm pressing a button. Oh wow, I guess I'm to find him. That's gonna keep me busy for a while. I'm swamped. I can't possibly do any mechanics.
Watch your.
Whoa.
Phase change.
Virus and Dame, thank you very much for the 16-month resub. I appreciate it.
Watch your.
Sometimes Flabby dies, and it's because something happened. And sometimes Flabby dies is because he's, like, ordered food, and it's at his door.
Watch your.
I've seen this happen before, where he'll be like, oops. I guess I stood in something, and then you'll like B-res him, and he will be on the floor for like the 3 minutes it takes to get his food up to his desk. And it is around lunchtime, so I have suspicions. Oh, going on ahead. Food. over not food. Mm-hmm. Two more bosses left. I either have bad internet or my modem keeps getting unplugged somehow. I mean, that should be like a pretty easy thing to check. Is the when you go look at the modem, are there like ghosts or cats or I don't know, puppies? Rabbits chewing through your cables? Hate the healer DPS thing in Mythics. Yeah, I don't like it much either. It's fun if you have nothing better to do, but it's awkward in those middle grounds where you have stuff to do, but not so much stuff to do that like no one expects you to try. Or at least my friends don't expect me to try. Sometimes as long as you've kept people alive, that's all anybody's really asking of you. The Holy Nova talent does like a decent amount of damage, but you have to remember to use it, and then you have to be like in melee. Thoughts on disc? Don't play it. Never have. Couldn't tell you why. I don't have room in my life for another spec. People seem to really like it, so it must be good. Live on a farm. How did you know? People are too obsessed with damage. Yeah, I don't pug that much. I pug a little bit. I've been pugging keys this season. No one's given me a hard time about it yet.
Find shelter. Run out. Run out.
We don't even have an affix on this key level. I just noticed now that there's been no entangling. Because this week I've been kind of playing the game of like judging, do I want to use my fade for personal damage reduction or do I want to use it to break the root? And usually I want it to break the root unless I know that I'm going to like really need that damage reduction. And this key, it's just occurred to me that that's not a problem because A, it's a 2 and B, there's no affix. Because it's a 2. Hello, bonjour. I have an update on my PC. Is your PC running updates? That'd be fun. Yeah, there's not a lot of damage going on. People are either dead or they're not. It's coming Tuesday. Oh, very nice. Okay. This boss makes me feel a million times better now that I don't get like chased down and bullied and cornered by the orbs. They're still around, you gotta avoid them, but I don't think they follow you anymore, and it makes a world of difference.
Shockwave.
Alright, this time I'm going to use Apotheosis and Holy Word. Oh, don't be in that. Those will hurt. Oh yeah, look at that! 170k! Look, I'm helping! I've never done that before. Oh, I should have done it with PI up. Sorry guys, can't do any healing. I'm busy. There we go. Woo! Go team! Thank you very much. Ha ha ha. GG's. Plus you get some flight stones for your trouble. It's not bad at all. Let's go take a look at that mount. GG. KSM the season 2s and 3s? Nah, I just had extra ratings, so I only needed one little baby key to fill in the end of it. I would say 5s. Average 5s. Oh yeah, they did get rid of the movement debuff. I didn't even think of that. That is true. Alright, let's see here. Infinite Armor Eden. It's still a ground mount, so like, you know, who is it for? But it's one of the coolest ones. Of all of the Dragonflight Keystone Master mounts, it's pretty sick. Season is finished then? Yeah, no, it doesn't fly. Yeah, I'm done. If my friends ask me to do keys, I will come, but I think I'm more or less in good shape. I think we should be able to clear the raid on Heroic next week and then have finished with those achievements, and then it's basically just kind of doing whatever people want me to. That's an awesome color palette. Love the infinite color scheme. Yeah, I think it looks nice. Let's do a little armor reading recap. Armor recap. There was Season 1 had the Hailstorm. It had the Chilly one. GMG, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. It's got like some icicles on it. It has like a tiny bit of like a frost effect coming off of its head and breath, I guess. Little frosticles. And then for Season 2, you got the Fiery one, which seemed like an upgrade. It had like more obvious visual effects. It also has some jewelry. It's got like a big bit that it has clearly torn off of something. It looks like it was chained up and now it's not. Here's Season 2. And then in Season 3 they gave us the Verdant Armor Eden with kind of that Emerald Dream grassy theme, which has some flowers on it. Does it have flowers on it? No, never mind. Vines. Leaves, vines. I thought this was a flower. It's not. It's like a moon crystal. Bit of a contrasting vibe there. And then the Infinite one is by far, I think, the most striking color scheme. Doesn't seem to have any like special effects the way that the other ones did. Also, its teeth and mouth are the same color, which is kind of freaking me out from the inside. It looks nice. Pretty dope. Bias Season 3 is my first KSM, so I like the Season 3 one. How was Alpha? Didn't work for me real good today, but we did at least get to do one dungeon. We got into the Priory of the Sacred Flame, I think is what they called it. Hopefully tomorrow I can actually try Hallowfall. I would be excited about that. But in the meantime, I am done for today. I'll be back tomorrow morning for a fresh brand new stream somewhere in the neighborhood of 9 a.m. Pacific. I appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.